Welcome to my channel in America by Priyansh. I am Priyansh, and you can watch the video carefully if the video has started. I bet you didn't know how a small town like Apple Creek can hold such big secrets. Welcome to Apple Creek. Apple Creek was a small town nestled in the heart of the countryside, where the air was fresh and the pace of life was slow. Everyone knew everyone, and the sense of community was strong. It was a happy place where neighbors greeted each other with warm smiles and friendly waves. People helped each other without hesitation, creating a bond that was as strong as family. Joe was a kind boy, full of curiosity and energy. He lived with his grandpa in a cozy little house at the end of Maple Street. Joe loved to play in the park, which was the heart of the town. The park was green and lush, with tall trees that provided shade on hot days and a shiny slide that gleamed in the sunlight. One sunny afternoon, Joe was playing in the park, his laughter echoing through the air. He was having so much fun, running around and kicking his red ball high into the sky. The ball soared through the air, a bright spot of color against the blue sky. Suddenly, as he chased after his ball, he noticed something unusual under the slide. It was a small, glimmering object, half buried in the grass. Joe's curiosity was piqued. He approached the slide cautiously, his heart pounding with excitement. What could it be? He reached out and gently brushed the grass aside, revealing a shiny, old key. Joe's eyes widened in wonder. What secrets could this key unlock? His adventure was just beginning. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories. Joe bent down. He saw a brown leather wallet. It looked old and worn out, with scratches and scuffs that told stories of its long journey. Joe picked it up, feeling the weight of it in his small hands. He opened it carefully, his fingers trembling with curiosity. Inside, there was money, lots of it. Joe's eyes widened in disbelief. He had never seen so much money before, not even in his wildest dreams. He closed the wallet quickly, his heart beating fast like a drum. Joe thought about all the things he could buy. He could buy a new bike, the one he had been eyeing for months at the store. He could buy lots of candy, enough to last him a whole year. But something didn't feel right. Joe stood there, staring at the wallet, his mind racing. He thought about the person who had lost it. They must be worried, he thought. They might need this money for something important. Joe's conscience began to speak louder than his desires. He knew what he had to do. He had to find the owner and return the wallet. Joe looked around, hoping to see someone searching for it. The street was empty, but he didn't give up. He decided to take the wallet to the nearest police station. As he walked, he imagined the relief on the owner's face when they got their wallet back. It made him feel good inside, better than any bike or candy ever could. Joe realized that doing the right thing was more rewarding than any material possession. With a determined heart, he continued his journey, knowing he was making the right choice. Joe felt confused. Should he keep the wallet? He could really use the money. But it wasn't his. He knew it was wrong. Joe thought about his grandpa. Grandpa always told him to be honest. He said honesty was important. It made you feel good inside. Joe put the wallet in his pocket. He decided to talk to his grandpa. Grandpa would know what to do. He always did. Joe ran home. He found his grandpa sitting on the porch. Grandpa was reading a book. Joe sat beside him. He took a deep breath. "Grandpa," Joe began, "I found something." He told his grandpa about the wallet. He told him about the money inside. Grandpa listened patiently. He nodded his head. When Joe finished, Grandpa smiled. He put his arm around Joe. "Joe," Grandpa said gently, "you did the right thing. It's important to be honest. We need to find the owner of the wallet." Joe felt relieved. He knew Grandpa was right. He felt good about telling the truth. He wanted to return the wallet. "How will we find the owner, Grandpa?" Joe asked. Grandpa thought for a moment. "Let's look inside the wallet for clues," he said. Joe and Grandpa searched the wallet thoroughly. They found a driver's license tucked in one of the compartments. It had a picture of a kind-looking lady with a warm smile. Along with the license, they also discovered an address written on a small piece of paper. The address seemed to be nearby, just a few blocks away from their home. Grandpa, being the wise and experienced man he was, knew exactly what to do. He decided to call the lady whose picture was on the license. He dialed the number and explained the situation to her. The lady, whose name was Mrs. Thompson, was overjoyed to hear that her lost wallet had been found. She expressed her gratitude over the phone and mentioned that she would come over to their house right away to retrieve it. Within a short time, Mrs. Thompson arrived at their doorstep. She was visibly relieved and happy. She thanked Joe and Grandpa profusely for their honesty and kindness. She gave Joe a big, warm hug and told him that he was an honest and good-hearted boy. She was so grateful that she even decided to give Joe a small reward as a token of her appreciation. Joe felt proud and happy, knowing that he had done the right thing. The reunion was a heartwarming moment for everyone involved. Mrs. Thompson shared stories about how she had lost the wallet and how worried she had been. Joe and Grandpa listened intently, feeling a sense of fulfillment in helping someone in need. The experience taught Joe the importance of honesty and kindness, values that Grandpa had always emphasized. It was a day they would all remember fondly. Joe felt happy. He had done the right thing. He had returned the wallet. He had made the lady happy. He had even received a reward. "See, Joe," Grandpa said, "honesty is always the best policy. It makes you feel good inside, and it makes others happy too." Joe nodded. He understood now. Being honest was important. It was more important than any reward. It felt good to do the right thing. The next day, everyone in Apple Creek was talking about Joe. They were proud of him for being honest. He was a true role model. Joe continued to play in the park. He always remembered the lesson he had learned. He knew that honesty was the best way to live, and that made him a happy boy in the town of Apple Creek. If you enjoyed Joe's story, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming tales.